हरि ओम। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गायै नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। भवानी शंकरौ वन्दे श्रद्धाविश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धा स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। भगवान is answering Arjuna's question here in this 17th chapter. Bhagavan revealed the three types of ahar, then three types of yajna, tapas and dana. See, this is our sadhana. When we pursue this sincerely with faith, we will be able to purify our mind. So first we should cultivate sattvic shraddha and have sattvic ahar, sattvic food. Then do sattvic yajna. Every day should do some puja, offering our gratitude to Ishvara, to the Devatas. Then the threefold tapas should be done, sharirik, vachik and mansik. And should also do dana. So when all this sadhana becomes sattvic, it purifies the mind. And once the mind becomes pure, we are able to gain abidance in our own self, that nididhyasana, which leads to moksha, becomes possible. But what if our yajna, dana, tapak, karma is not fully sattvic? What can be done? So Bhagavan is giving a beautiful upaya. We can make it complete by chanting Bhagavan's name and remembering that Bhagavan, remembering Ishvara through his name. While doing yajna, dana, tapak, karma, they become complete, they become good. So what are these names? There are many names of Ishvara. There are thousands of names. Here Bhagavan is revealing three most beautiful names. So Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat iti nirdeshaha brahmanas trividas smritaha brahmanas tena vedascha yajnyascha vihita pura. So Om Tat Sat are the three names, the three indicators of that Supreme Brahma. And from this Brahma alone emerged the Vedas, the Yajnas, and also the one who understands these Vedas and perform these Yajnas, the Brahmanas. All these emerge from this Om Tat Sat. So when we chant this Om Tat Sat with full reverence and understanding, it increases the sattva guna in us, means purifies our mind. It reveals the meaning of the Vedas, and we are able to walk the path shown by the Vedas. So they are very powerful names of Ishvara. And they indicate that Ishvara, that Brahma. So Om, as we had seen yesterday, is a very beautiful sound symbol of that Supreme Brahma. Through Om, that Brahma is indicated. Brahma is Nirgun Nirakar and also Sagun Sakar. This whole world which we experience is also Brahma. So we experience Jagrat world, we experience dream world, we experience the Sushupti. And all these three are expressions of that same Brahma, and that Brahma is also beyond all these three. The Turiya, the fourth. So the A, O, Ma indicates Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, and the Purusha in Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. The Jagrat is managed, controlled by Vaishvanara. The Swapna is managed by Hiranyagarbha. The Sushupta is by Ishvara, and Brahma is the Turiya. But all these three are Brahma only. They are not different from that Brahma. Just as the pot is not different from clay, the world is not different from Brahma. So that Om indicates Nirgun Brahma as well as the Sagun Brahma, means the transcendental Brahma as well as the immanent Brahma. Brahma which is beyond all names and forms, also Brahma expressing as these names and forms. All this is indicated by that name Om. So Om itself is Tat and Om itself is Sat. So when it is said Tat, it indicates the transcendental Brahma, Brahma beyond all names and forms, the very Swarupa of Brahma. And that same Brahma expresses as the world, that is indicated by the name Sat. So Om Tat Sat indicates the transcendental supreme Brahma and also the immanent Brahma. So everything is that Brahma alone. So this thing should be very clear. We have discussed this many times in our various classes, that this world which we experience is not mithya, it is not an illusion, it is Brahma only. And I who am experiencing this world is also Brahma. So this world is experienced through my senses, with my mind, intellect. But these senses, mind, intellect, body, they are also part of this world. And I experience this world. So when I look at myself, I see myself performing actions in this world. So I know myself as the doer of actions. Then I also know the world through my senses with the help of the mind, intellect. I also become the knower of this world. And again, when I interact with this world, I also experience various levels of joys and sorrows. So I also become the enjoyer in this world. So I am the doer, knower, and enjoyer. That I, who considers himself as doer, knower, and enjoyer, means karta, jnata, and bhokta, that I is called jiva. But I become the karta, bhokta, jnata with respect to the body, the mind. With association with the body mind, I think I am the karta, bhokta, jnata. But by myself, who am I? I am that supreme Brahma. Similarly, this world which is constantly changing, modifying. It is seen in different forms. I heard the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. In various ways I experience this world. What is the real nature of this world? That is also Brahma. That Brahma is beyond the world and also expressing as this world. That Brahma is beyond me and also expressing as me. So Brahma is transcendental as well as immanent. So that transcendental nature of that Brahma is revealed by the name Tat, and the immanent nature of that Brahma is revealed by the name Sat. So Om Tat Sat indicates the complete beauty of that Brahma. All that can be understood, all that is revealed in all the Shastras, everything is conveyed in these three names, Om, Tat, Sat. Therefore, when we chant this name and understand the meaning of this name while performing our karma of yajna, dana, tapa, they become complete. And that is what Bhagavan now tells in the following verses. So let us chant verse number 24. Tasmad omityudahritya yajnadana-tapakriyaha pravartante vidhanoktaha satatam brahmavadinam. Bhagavan says ki tasmat, therefore, because of this beauty of these names, therefore the Brahmavadinam, those who are Brahmavadi, those who are the knowers of this Shastra, those who understand the Vedas, the Shastras, and those who talk on these Vedas, those who give pravachan, those who express, those who teach these Vedas, such people, when they perform any activity which is prescribed by the Vedas, means vidhanoktaha pravartante, when they perform any activity, not only giving pravachan, but performing any other karma which is prescribed by the Shastra, at all times, satatam, what do they do? How do they begin? How do they do their karma? Bhagavan says, Om iti udahritya. Chanting Om, they begin. Yajna dana tapakriya. Whether they are doing yajna, whether they are giving some dana, or whether they are doing any other karma, tapas, they remember Om and they do it. They connect with Om, with that Brahma, and then do it. See, give worldly example like our phone. If you want to talk to your friend or you talk to someone, you just dial, nowadays we punch the number and we get connected, and then we talk to that person. But suppose you are not in range, suppose you are out of range, then whatever you do, you will not be able to talk to that person who is far away. First you have to be within that range, get connected to the server, and then only we will be able to communicate with others. Similarly, whether we are performing yajna, whether we are giving a dana, whether we are doing some tapas, we should first get connected to that Brahma. And how can we get connected to Brahma? Through his name. Om Ram Krishna Shiva Hari Om Om Tat Sat. So once we are connected, then whatever action we do, that action will have that presence of Brahma in it. That action will have the Ashirvad of Ishvara. That action will be Pavitra. See, even while doing puja, we have to keep the whole thing clean. Not only clean, but it should be Pavitra also. Pure. But how can we make it pure? Simple. We can just take some water in our hand and remember Bhagwan. Chant that mantra, remember Bhagwan. Apavitro pavitro va sarvavastagatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham sabbahya bhentaras shuchihi. And just sprinkle the water, everything will be pure. Whether it is apavitra, pavitra, once we remember that Ishvara, everything becomes pavitra. See, we consider certain places in this world also very holy. We say they are pilgrimage centers. Why? Because Bhagwan is remembered there constantly. Nowadays we have this Kumbh Mela also. People go and take a dip in the holy rivers on special occasion. Like today's Amavasya, people take a dip. And they remember that Ishvara. So because thousands, lakhs of people assemble at one place remembering that Ishvara, that place also becomes super holy. Very, very pavitra. So similarly, all our karma becomes pavitra when we chant Bhagwan's name and we remember the meaning of that name. We are calling Ishvara. So keeping that Ishvara in our heart, when we do yajna dana tapak karma, those karmas becomes complete. So tasmat Om iti udharatya. Here Bhagwan is talking only about that name Om. Even when we do our this pravachan, in the beginning we chant Om. Then we commence the pravachan. They become complete. So tasmat Om iti udharatya yajna dana tapakriyaha pravartante vidhanoktaha satatam brahmavadinam. So satat, this knowers of Brahma, knowers of the Vedas, who talk about the Vedas, they perform these actions of yajna dana tapakriya by chanting Om. Then what about the name Tat? What is the beauty of that name Tat? That Bhagwan now reveals in the next shloka. He says, Tadityanabhisandhaya phalam yajnatapakriyaha dana kriyascha vividhaha kriyante moksha kangshivihi. Tad ityanabhisandhaya. Tad iti anabhisandhaya. Phalam yajna tapakriyaha dana kriyascha vividhaha kriyante moksha kangshibihi. Those who desire moksha, those who desire freedom, liberation from this world, such seekers, when they perform their sadhana of yajna, tapa, dana, various kriyas, various karmas they perform. So yajna tapa kriyaha dana kriyascha vividhaha kriyante How do they do it? Tat iti anabhisandhaya, remembering Ishvara as Tat. Remembering Ishvara as Tat means remembering that Ishvara who is transcendental. Remembering Ishvara who is beyond all names, beyond all forms, who is present everywhere in his unmanifest form. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina. Bhagavan says, I pervade this whole world in my unmanifest form. So remembering that Tat Brahma, Om Tat Sat, in that Tat, that name, though we can chant all this name, Om Tat Sat, but that meaning of that name, Tat, see, Tat means that. This world is indicated as this, Idam. So this Idam is also Brahma, and that which is beyond this world is indicated by the name Tat. So that Tat is also Brahma. Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma and Tat Brahma. So remembering that Tat with total, when we remember that Tat which is beyond all these names and forms, when we bring that bhava in our mind, we also become detached from the world and detached from the results, the temporary results in this world. So that nishkamata comes and total samarpan bhava comes. So with that nishkamata in our heart and that samarpan bhavana, chanting, remembering Bhagwan as Tat, Om Tat Sat, when one does yajna dana, yajna and tapakriya and dana kriya, then this yajna dana tapakriya becomes complete, becomes fulfilled. See, in the world also, we go to meet some person, we want to get a job or something, so we meet the manager or the boss. So they just treat me like a ordinary person. Sometimes they may not give even appointment to meet. Then I send a message that I have been sent by this person, some great person. I have been sent by him. So when I take the name of that person, immediately they allow me to come and they meet me. So it carries weight, it carries power कि मुझे उसने भेजा है. Carries more power. Similarly, like Hanumanji went to Lanka, Ravan asked him that, who are you? Who sent you here? Hanumanji said that Sri Ram, who is that Sakshat Brahma, who is the very creator of this whole world. By his strength only everything happens. I am his Duta. So that ordinary Vanara also gets great strength and power when he connects himself with that Ishvara. Similarly, when we connect all our karma, yajna, dana, tapa, with Ishvara, who is that Tat, then our karma becomes pure, karma becomes full, what you call sattvic. So that is the beauty of this name Tat. So Bhagavan revealed the beauty of name Om and Tat and how it is utilized by the seekers. Now Bhagavan in the following words talks about Sat. So what is this Sat and how it is used by the seekers to make their karma pure? So that Bhagavan says, Sadbhave sadhubhave cha sadityetat prayujyate prashaste karmani tatha sat shabdah partha yujyate. Sadbhave sadhubhave cha sad iti etat prayujyate. Bhagavan says that name Sat. Sat means existence, that which exists without any change, changeless existence. See, this world which we see is constantly changing, but that changeless existence is present in this world. In every change, the changeless is there behind. Like, let us say this pot, which is made up of clay, the pot may undergo change, but the clay remains same. Even when the pot breaks, the clay remains. The clay remains same without undergoing change. The pot changes. The relationship of world with Brahma is like the relationship of this pot with the clay. The pot cannot exist without clay, but the clay can exist without pot. It is a asymmetrical relationship. Means the pot is not different from clay, but clay is different from the pot. Similarly, this world is not different from Brahma. In the world, Brahma exists. But in Brahma, there is no world. Brahma is different from the world. Brahma can exist, Brahma exists without the world. World cannot exist without Brahma. So this world is with Brahma. Like we say, this is a clay pot. We say it's a clay pot. So it is clay also, and expressing as the pot. Similarly, this world is Brahma world, Brahma Jagat. That Brahma is present in this world. If one doesn't acknowledge or understand the presence of Brahma and just think that this world alone is there separate, that is a wrong understanding. That is a false understanding. That is a mithya jnana. That is the wrong understanding in one's mind. So this world is endowed with Brahma, is Brahma Yukta. That Brahma is Sat. And the expression of this Brahma as this world is constantly changing. So world is also called Asat. Asat means changing existence. So Bhagavan's name as Sat, when we contemplate on the meaning of that name, we understand that Bhagavan, that Brahma is present in this world as Sat, or in every way, pervading the whole world. And that Sat alone is experienced by us as ease. I say the mountain is, the river is, the tree is, the building is. That is Brahma. So that word Sat is utilized to express that Sadbhava, existence. Something which is not there before and then comes into existence also, we say it is existing. So the world constantly changes. Something which was not there before comes into existence, but it was there in some other form. Like a seed is there, and after some years it gets converted into tree. So tree was not there, but the tree was there potentially in the seed. So the seed changes, the tree changes, but that Sat doesn't change. Sat remains constant. That Sat is Brahma, and this Asat is also expression of that Brahma. So Sat Bhave, the Sat is understood as that existence, and that name Sat is also expresses or indicates the meaning of Sadhu. Sadhu Bhave, Sadhu means good. That which is Sat is also good. Sadhu, Sadhu means good. So Sadhu Bhave, Sad Bhave, Sadhu Bhave cha Sad iti etat prayujyate. So the word Sat, the name Sat is used to indicate existence. It also is used to indicate goodness, and it is also indicated to, used to indicate auspiciousness. Prashaste, prashaste karmani tatha sat shabda partha yujyate. Prashaste means in Mangal Karya also, even in Vivaha Adi, Shankaracharya ji writes, Vivahadau cha tatha sat shabda partha yujyate. Mangal, when we say Sat, it is auspicious. Sat is auspicious, Sat means good, and Sat means existence. That is Bhagwan's name. When we remember Bhagwan as Sat, we remember pure existence who is present everywhere. When we remember Bhagwan as Sat, we remember Bhagwan as good, that which is good everywhere. Or wherever you see goodness in any form, that is the expression of that Ishvara. All the great values, all the great things, everything good is expression of Ishvara as Sat. Also, everything becomes auspicious because of the presence of Ishvara as Sat. So Sat is also used to indicate auspiciousness, Mangala. So Sat is existence, Sat is good, Sat is auspicious. So, when we perform Yajna Dana Tapak Karma, remembering Sat, then our karma also becomes endowed with these qualities, with this presence of Ishvara. That is what now Bhagwan says in the next verse. Yadne tapasi dane cha sthiti saditi chochyate karma chaiva tadarthiyam saditteva vidhiyate. Bhagwan says ki yadne means in yajna, in performing yajna, tapasi, in performing the tapas, the various austerities, sharirik, mansik and vachik, dane, in dana, sthiti saditi cha uchyate, the presence, the existence of yajna dana tapa is revealed by the name Sat. See that Supreme Brahma is Sat. The expression of that Supreme Brahma as the Vedas is also Sat. The expression of that Brahma as the sadhana mentioned, Yajna Dana Tapa, that is also Sat. those are also Sat. Just like gold is gold. Then we make a ornament from that gold, a necklace. That necklace is also gold. A ring is made, that is also gold. A bangle is made, that is also gold. If our attention is on gold, we will see gold in all the ornaments. All the ornaments are not different from gold. But gold is different from ornaments. Ornaments change, gold doesn't change. Ornaments break, gold doesn't break. World is like an ornament. Brahma is gold. So world is golden ornament. If we say the world is only an ornament and without seeing gold, it is wrong, it is incomplete knowledge. It is mithya jnana. It is false understanding. But when we understand the world as Brahma Yukta, as golden ornaments, as Brahma Yukta Jagat, then that is right understanding. So world is not false, world is not mithya, world is not an illusion, but world is expression of Brahma. See, I am repeating this again and again because many people have the misunderstanding that this world is indicated in our Vedanta as mithya. No, that is wrong. Shankaracharya ji never talked about this world as mithya. The scriptures don't talk about this world as mithya. The world is Brahma, expression of that Brahma, but constantly changing. So it is called asat, means changing existence. And that Brahma is changeless existence. So yajne tapasi dane cha stiti sad iti cha uchyate. So in yajna, tapas and dana, the presence of that yajna, dana and tapa is called sat because it is existence. It's because of its presence. And karma chaiva tadarthi yam, and whatever karma is performed, is this yajna, dana, tapa, when we perform it, tadarthi yam, for the sake of that. For the sake of that means for the sake of Brahma. Dedicated to Brahma, offered to Brahma. When the yajna, dana, tapak karma is done, offering it to Brahma, then what happens? Sad iti eva abhidhiyate, then they also become sat only. Then they also becomes pure existence. When we offer our karma to Ishvara, the karma becomes one with Ishvara. When we offer our japa to Ishvara, the japa becomes one with Ishvara. Whatever we offer to Ishvara becomes one with Ishvara. When it is not offered to Ishvara, they become useless. They become as though non-existence. So in our yajna, dana, tapak, karma, if we remember Ishvara and offer it to them to Ishvara, then they also are indicated as sat. They also gain that beauty of sat. So yajne tapasi dane cha stiti sat iti cha uchyate. So the stiti of yajna, tapas and dana is also called sat when those karmas are offered to that Ishvara. Karma chaiva tadarthiyam sat iti eva avidiyate. So tad etad yajna tapa adi karma asatvikam vigunam api Shraddha Purvakam Brahmanaha Abhidhana Traya Prayogena Sagunam Satvikam Sampaditam Bhavati. Shankaracharya ji writes, कि thus the karma of Yajna Dana Tapa, even if they have some defects, some incompleteness, when we perform this Yajna Dana Tapa, remembering Bhagwan as Om Tat Sat, then this karma becomes good. Karma becomes satvik. Sagunam satvikam sampaditam bhavati. That is the beauty actually. The beauty of Bhagwan's name, beauty of remembering Ishvara, then all our karma means whatever sadhana we do becomes complete. Otherwise they remain incomplete. Even if we struggle a lot without having proper attitude, without having proper shraddha, all those karmas becomes fruitless. They will not purify our mind and will not give us that moksha. But when we remember Ishvara through his names and offer everything to him, then everything becomes complete. Otherwise, no. That's what now Bhagwan says in the last verse. Shankaracharya writes, कि तत्र च सर्वत्र श्रद्धा प्रधानतया सर्वं सम्पाद्यते यस्मात् तस्मात्. Therefore, everything is achieved and becomes complete with right shraddha, with faith in yajna dana tapak karma, with faith in Ishvara. When we remembering him, when we perform this karma, they become complete. But without that faith, whatever we do is incomplete. That's what Bhagwan says. Ashraddhaya hutam dattam tapastaptam kritanchayat asadityuchyate partha nacha tat pretya no iha. Bhagwan says ki ashraddhaya, one who doesn't have this shraddha, one who doesn't have sattvic shraddha, one who without this shraddha, even if that person does yajna dana tapak karma, Bhagwan says without shraddha, hutam means if a person offers ahuti, means does yajna, dattam gives dana, tapas taptam or do tapas, kritanchayata whatever yajna dana tapak karma a person does, without shraddha, ashraddhaya, Bhagwan says asaditi uchyate. They are all asat only. They are non-existent, they are mithya, they are false, they are in vain, they are useless. It's very important to understand this. Our spiritual path should be done by taking guidance from our Shastra. They cannot be done just like that, whatever comes to our fancy. There is nothing new to be discovered in the spiritual field. In the field of science, every day they struggle and they find out something new. And whenever they discover something new, the old thing gets either negated or it has to be reformed. So the old understanding of the world has to be reformed when we come to know something new. So in the field of science, the discovery is not complete. Therefore, the understanding of the world is not complete. But in this field of spirituality, all that has to be known is known. There is nothing new to be discovered. There is nothing new to be invented in spirituality. All that has to be understood is revealed in our Shastra. We have to just understand the Shastra and implicitly follow them. Because many people, they disregard the Shastra and keep on revealing some fanciful things by themselves. That has got no meaning, that has got no value. All those things which are in tune with the Shastra, they are good. All that is not in tune, which is saying something against the scriptures, against the Shastra, against the Vedas, against the Upanishad, against the Bhagavad Gita, they are not good. Even if it is said by whoever. See, even the great thinkers, their words and their philosophies are negated in Vedanta. The Sankhya, the Yoga, the Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Jaina, Buddhism, all those things which are against the Shastra, they may have little value here and there, but as a whole they are negated. Because that which is against the Shastra, that is not considered as true. That is not right. So one who has faith in the Shastra, one who has faith in the teacher, one who has got faith in Ishvara, Sattvic faith, with that faith when one does Yajna Dana Tapak Karma, the mind will become pure and one will attain that realization. But without this faith, if one does whatever comes to mind, as it was said in the 16th chapter, कि यश शास्त्र विधिम उत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिम वाप्नोति न सुखम न परमाम गतिम. Such a person will not gain any sukha, will not gain chitta shuddhi, nor will gain that param gati. So ashraddhaya hutam dattam tapas taptam krutanchayata. So without shraddha, if a person does some yajna or dana or tapas, Bhagavan says they are all false. Asad iti uchyate partha. Hey partha, all of them are false. Nacha tat pretya, no iha. They will give no good result, neither here nor hereafter. Nacha tat pretya. Pretya means after dying, when we leave this body and go, we cannot rely on all these karmas which we perform without Shraddha. Nor will they give any good result here in this world. They are against the very dharma. They are against truth. They are false. That which is false cannot give proper result. So ashraddhaya hutam dattam tapas taptam kritanchayata asad ityuchyate partha nacha tat pretya no iha. Therefore, one should follow the guidance of the Shastra without any misunderstanding. They should be understood also properly. A lot of misunderstandings also are there which creates confusion. So they should be understood properly. So when we study the Bhagavad Gita along with Bhagwan Shankaracharya's Bhashya, then we understand the whole thing in proper way. Also when we study the Upanishads, we study the Brahma Sutra, taking help of Shankaracharya's Bhashya, then we understand the whole thing without any contradiction. But the Shankar Bhashya also should be understood properly. Shankaracharya doesn't talk about this world as mithya. So asad iti uchyate partha nacha tat pretya no iha. Okay? So thus conclude this chapter. Let us chant a Sankalpa Vakya. Om Tat Sada इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे श्रद्धात्रयविभागयोगो नाम सप्तदशोऽध्यायः। Om Tat Sad. See, every chapter remembers this Bhagwan's three names. Because when we say Om Tat Sat, everything becomes complete. उसमें पूर्णता आ जाती है। हमारे विचारों में, हमारे कर्मों में, हमारे यज्ञ दान तपस में भगवान के नाम से पूर्णता आ जाती है। Becomes complete. So Om Tat Sad. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So thus in this Bhagavad Gita, Upanishadsu, in this Upanishad, Brahma Vidyayam, the knowledge of Brahma is revealed. Yoga Shastra, the science of yoga. Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade, in the form of a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yogo Nama, the name of this chapter is Shraddhatraya Vibhaga. The threefold classification of Shraddha is Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. And we should strive to make our Shraddha Sattvic and eat Sattvic food, do Sattvic Yajna, Sattvic Tapas and Sattvic Dana. This much sadhana if we do, our antakarana will become pure and we will gain abidance in our own self. So Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yogo Nama Saptadashodhyayaha. Thus conclude this Saptadasha Adhyaya, 17th chapter. So we have been listening to this Bhagavad Gita Pravachan for the past 220 days, lot of days, and we have concluded 17 chapters. Now only one chapter is remaining, and that chapter is also very, very important. It not only teaches us about the sadhana which we have to do, but also Bhagwan summarizes the entire Bhagavad Gita in the last chapter. So even if one has missed any previous chapters, or even if one has missed the previous all the chapters, the sar, the essence of the teaching of Bhagavad Gita is again revealed in the 18th chapter. So we will begin that chapter from our next class. But we will give a little break. So we will have 3 days chutti, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we will begin with the 18th chapter from Monday. So come mentally prepared. If you have missed any pravachan of the previous chapters anywhere, go back to the video, listen to them, share all these videos with your friends, relatives. If any one of you can download the videos and convert it into some into some hard drive or something, and with that also you can share it with your friends, relatives, or put up in various other platforms on the internet, because more and more people should hear about this. That will be very good, because this knowledge has to be understood by maximum people. It will not only transform the individual, but it will also transform the society and the world at large. Okay? So we shall meet again on Monday. So till then you take care. Be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy. Do your work, do your sadhana. Contemplate, pray, and shall meet again on Monday. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.